Fredro Starr was getting interviewed, and I think it was Van Lathan he was sitting down with, and he started talking about Royce the 5'9", and they were on tour back in the day. I believe it was Nelly's tour, and the concept of street dudes came up, and then the word nerd was used as a result to. In reference to Royce. He mentioned Lupe as well, talking about nerd rappers. So I'm gonna read to y'all what he said. He said, and speaking about Royce, he said, "That's my man. Look, we were on tour with Royce. That's my guy. That's my nigga. We was on a Nelly tour together. But what I was trying to say, he would be a part of what's called nerd rap. I don't mean that he's not a street dude. They were talking about street dudes and rap. He continues, he said, niggas that read books, niggas that nerdy niggas. Like before, then he asked, what was Royce's last album? What was the name of that? What was that word? Allegory? What is that? Like some ill word like allegory? This is Fredro Starr talking. And I'm like, fam, people that read books.
That's that like slave chatter. Don't let master get you reading books.
Yo, how corny, how stupid is that for you to be like, use the word nerd and then say, people that read books. Like Busta Rhymes said in an interview on Drink Champs, he said when they were coming up, it was cool to be smart in hip hop. You got a dude that's right around, they probably a little bit younger than Busta, but he knows better than to say something stupid like that.
Maybe that was reading books.
Jay Diff, talk. No, you know what? I'm gonna come to you, Spoolz. Did you see this? Did you get a chance to see Fredro Starr describing?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't. Who knows why people say the shit they say? But yeah, I mean, if that's his opinion, that's his opinion. It was kind of, I guess, disappointing a little bit if that's really the way he sees it. But again, if that's how he sees someone who names their album Allegory as a nerd, good for him. I don't know. Fredro Starr, I feel like, I don't know, man. Didn't he put his foot in his mouth when he was talking about Brandy once too? And then
sure did.
And then Charlemagne called him on it and he got mad at Charlemagne about it. Like, it's like, nah, you said it. Like,
yeah, like I don't know about that one, fam.
I'll just say I don't take his. I mean, Onyx was cool and shit, and I appreciate their role in hip hop, you know. But like, I don't care what Fredro Starr is. Anything. That's that.
He kept trying to give him street cred though. He's like, I mean, he's still street, but it's like nerd street. I mean, like you could still be street, but like he's like a nerd with it though. I'm like, but whatever, man.
You like reading books and shit, Jack.
Yeah, people that be reading books. Terrible. What you think, Lone? Could you get through it? Did you watch all of that, man? I thought it was.
I watched the clip that was on Instagram because I didn't know what was going on, and it's just you see this like weird, stupid argument every once in a while from hip hop fans and from artists. And a lot of times it's from people that, this is going to sound really judgmental, but I'm sorry. But it's a lot of time from people that probably don't read books. And they always make comments about music that you have to know a little bit more than just like the basic language you learned in 3rd grade. And it's like,
okay, I feel you.
It's like, why are you like, just say that you're not smart or something, or like that you don't care about like learning or something, maybe he is smart. I don't know, but it doesn't seem like Allegory is not like this huge crazy big name. I get that Lupe and Royce use like big words sometimes, but like,
shame on them.
Do you like, they're smart guys? Like, I don't know. Like, it's just such a dumb comment to me. This is not new. Like Fredo said it this time, but I see people all the time like, and sometimes I know that rappers will do the rappity rap thing and they'll just rap to rap and say big words. Like I get that, right? But that you can't call Royce that and you can't call Lupe that because they're actually saying things. And so I don't know. I don't know. It seems like it seems like an insecure person talking about something to make them feel better. That's what it feels like from the outside. But I don't know Fredo at all, outside the fact that he's an Onyx, right?
Yeah, they legendary now. I ain't gonna knock Onyx, but
yeah, I mean, I know him, but I don't know
he was
what he's been doing. I don't know what he's been doing since '97. You know what I mean? So
he was on Save the Last Dance.
And you tried to play him by mentioning Moesha on the low. You just tried to play him. But
Moesha was a good show, man.
It was. Jay Diff, you read books. How'd you feel about this?
I guess I'm a nerd. I don't know why I can't stop smiling about. I don't know why I can't stop smiling about the whole reading books thing, man. That is so hilarious to me. You're just not supposed to read books, I guess. You consider a nerd if you read books.
I'm a huge nerd, man.
Yeah,
me too.
I'm dumb. I'm nerdy as hell. Then,
man, I'm gonna just go ahead and put it out there. I guess like 90% of my friends are nerds because we all probably read books and talk about shit.
The real question is, why aren't you aspiring to be a nerd?
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Yeah. I mean, it's okay, y'all, for all the supporters out here that's watching this. If kids come by this on YouTube, if y'all got kids in the chat, it's okay to read. Like, don't let Fredro Starr send y'all off. It is okay to read.
I thought you was okay with my frog.
Yeah, like it's okay to read. Like, please don't let him send you off. It is okay to read.
No, he had to correct himself though, because I mean, he talking about Royce for one.
Yeah.
Detroit
Royce
don't play about theirs. I mean, of course, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Detroit don't play about their own people. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, Royce is street, but just because you street don't mean you can't be smart. I mean, there is a term called street smarts, or a lot of people that excel in street jobs per se generally excel in the regular white collar jobs too, based off that same mentality. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I don't know. That's just weird. That's one of those kids that had the classes on the ramp. I don't know how y'all high school was set up, but if kids went up the ramp to go to class,
don't do that, man.
It's like what Il Brown said the other day about the LD classes.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, you knew that's who that was. So
you knew what time it was.
You knew what time it was.
I'm not laughing at. Hey, you stupid for describing that, because I'm laughing because my mind went right back to what you talking about. I'm not laughing at anybody that went up the ramp. If anybody in the chat, hey, look, it's cool.
Not, no, man.
No, for saying that, because it took my mind right back to that. I know exactly what you're talking about. Hey, more man, you read books, right?
Occasionally, I've been known to read a book or two.
Yeah, how'd that make you feel, man?
Well, I mean, this is the thing, of all people for that to come from Fredro Starr, like, and I'm not trying to diss. No, I'm not trying to diss, but think about it. Fredro Starr, Onyx came out like 93.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So you're talking about a guy, 93, 2003. You're talking about a guy who's been in the industry through music and through Hollywood, been able to make it happen for almost 30 years now. What do you really know about the streets? I'm not trying to I'm not trying to, anything about his credibility, but, and the thing is, it gets to a point where you're not supposed to be there. That's been the problem these last few months, where, you're trying to either take the streets with you or you can't shake the streets once you've reached a certain level of success. There's nothing wrong with going back to your neighborhood and making sure your people are all right. But at the same time, like, why are you trying to claim the streets after being in the entertainment business in industry for almost 30 years? And it's sad that hip hop is the only industry that tries to do that. I'm not mad at Jay-Z because he has a house in Bel Air. He's supposed to have a house in Bel Air. I'm not mad that, the rappers who, really made it, they live in somewhere, a nice place in Atlanta or Miami, or they have a place in New Jersey. You're not supposed to still live in the Bronx. or the bad part of the Bronx or whatever part of the Bronx that you came from. You're supposed to take your family and create a better condition for them than you originally started from. So when people
disclaimer,
talking
unless
about,
you're red man and still got your crib in the apartments.
Hey, and even that for Red Man, we're talking about 20 years ago. I guarantee, he had a Sega Dreamcast.
He said he still got that house.
Yeah, I believe. I guarantee you, he got that house and he got another one.
Definitely.
I'm with you on that.
People don't work this hard to where, to where, okay, I'm gonna be right here because this is keeping it real. No, that's not keeping it real. And also as far as him calling people who use big words nerdy, also he's old enough because he's around my age, if not older, to where having knowledge and being smart and knowing about the world those were honorable things. The whole we're just going to be street, we're going to stand on the corner and drink 40s, that came a little bit later. There was a time when whether it be knowledge of self, when you're talking about the 5%, or just knowledge, or having an understanding of the world and not just the world outside your window. These were things that you were expected. That were expected of you. So, anytime when, big words, that was like, oh yeah, he's rhyming them big words. That was some fly shit. What he's talking about is just the lowered expectations of people who do not want to live outside of anything, outside of wherever, people who've never been outside of their neighborhood. And that's not what we're trying to do in hip hop. I understand where that's some people's mentality, but come on. Really, Fredro Starr, star of Save the Last Dance and Moesha. I'm not listening.
Y'all keep bringing that up, man.
But
really,
Moesha was a popular show. It's streaming like crazy right now. Save the Last Dance was a popular movie. He was able to take. He probably made more money from his Hollywood looks than he did from trying to count royalty checks. So. Just like LL Cool J said a couple weeks ago, don't get mad at me because I'm Hollywood. Hollywood is where it's at right now. I didn't work this hard for 35 years to still be in the street. I'm Hollywood.
Man, that shit is stupid, man. At the end of the day, you can't. I'm cool on just that conversation. I'm just cool on that. And coming from him, like y'all said, it's just. I mean, you kept trying to tie in the streets, but still call him a nerd. I felt like he knew he said something stupid and tried to backtrack. Go ahead, Terry.
Even in gang culture and when you're talking about GDs and folks, Vice Lords, Bloods, Crips, even the core, they started out being all about teaching and knowledge and education. You know what I'm saying? And people that know about those specific gangs and sets know the certain principles that those are set up on, and it wasn't to be stupid at all.
Yeah,
the people that are still practicing to this day know exactly what I'm talking about. So some people have a jaded vision of what being street is supposed to look like. Just wanted to put that out there.
I agree 100%. Well said, and I don't want to go any further on that. That's a good place to end it.
What about Royce? What did Royce say?
Royce pretty much checked him look, man, I appreciate you saying, that you my man and everything, and we were on tour together, but Royce was checking him on some, never try to, say I'm not street or try to associate me with the word nerd or that type of stuff because I'm from Detroit, like Terry said, and y'all know how we get down. I'm paraphrasing here, but he checked him on the nerd concept versus someone trying to check, say his street credibility and all that. He checked him on all of that and was like, we don't get down like that in Detroit. You know better, and I'm not going. So shout out to Royce because he got out. He responded very quick from what I saw. Put that post up, and he was 100% not going. So as a grown man, he has a right to respond. So just like Fredro had a right to his opinion, even if that opinion was whack. So
stupid.